What is going on, everybody? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome to the Better Baseball MLB DFS live streaming podcast on the Better Sports Network and Fantasy Alarm social channels. James and I recording here for Tuesday's 12-game main slate. James, we always know Tuesday slates generally some of the larger slates on the weekly schedule here. This one, no different, 12 games to get us going.
Yeah, big time slate, and it's an interesting one, John, because nothing like 12 games, and one of them including Coors Field. There's nothing quite like it. But it's an interesting slate. We have some
and one of our favorite teams in Coors Field too. So
yeah, one of our favorite teams in Coors. Let's see if we have a lefty or a righty. Ryan Feltner pitching, so we do have a righty on the mound. That's good. Milwaukee is not the best. If you guys haven't heard against lefties, so. Good to see a righty on the mound there. But, yeah, I mean, we got some good pitchers on the mound. Zach Gallen going to continue to possibly break records if he continues his stretch of pitching.
I mean, everybody was ready to leave him for dead. And if you remember against that Milwaukee game where I was like, well, to be fair, he started the season in L.A., in San Diego. You know, maybe he gets some better matchups and we'll see what he does. And then,
he's on a historic run. He does this like yearly. He's been amazing. We have
he was unbelievable last year.
Garrett Cole, Joe Ryan in the good spots, and we have some big time names, some big time mid tier names as well. I think
rotations have moved themselves through. So
yeah, this is a fun little pitching slate. Over at the Las Vegas State. Nevada is the state. Las Vegas is.
Take a look at the game totals here.
Yeah, look at the game totals. Let us see who is the biggest favorite on the board. We have Michael Wacha is minus 175 against the Reds. Hunter Brown minus 170 on DraftKings Sportsbook against the San Francisco Giants. Garrett Cole minus 175 against Cleveland at home. That is like it, John, in terms of like notable money line favorites. The Brewers are pretty big favorites on the road. Let's check our Coors over under. Over under in Coors is going to be 11 and a half over on DraftKings Sportsbook. We have a couple games at 9. Boston and Toronto 9.5. That game was bet up till 10 on Monday night, right? The Toronto-Boston game closed at 10. That game's back at 9.5. Yusei Kikuchi versus Tanner Houck. That's 9.5. 9 in Cubs and Nationals. 9 in Angels Cardinals. 9 in Orioles KC. And those are your notable game environments.
All right. Let's get into this slate here. We'll start at pitching. As you mentioned, it's a big slate, so there's a lot of pitching to decide from here. If we're looking at the 10K and above group, we'll split it out. Gallen, Ryan, and Cole, rank them for me, sir.
Good luck. So, like, as great as Joe Ryan's been, I think he would be third here for me. Look, Gallen is obviously on a historic streak. Like, has 28 consecutive scoreless innings. That is not easy in any facet. And he has 3 11-plus strikeout games with his low in that stretch being 7. Like, he is unbelievable right now. Yes, Texas is a good offense. It just seemingly doesn't matter at this point in time.
I mean, he's an elite pitcher, so
it just is what it is. And I feel better about their offense than I do about the Yankees' offense right now. Now, like, Garrett Cole is 5-0 in 6 starts, and he's been amazing in his own regard. I would probably rank them Gallen, Cole, Joe Ryan. But, like, you see $1,500 going from Gallen from Garrett Cole to Zach Gallen.
I agree with you. I mean, Joe Ryan, he's been
amazing. It's not even It's just a hard question. Like
I know.
it's a hard question to answer. Like I don't have a problem getting to any of them. Like I would play all of them. I
I
think
think Cole. I think I think you said like there are favorites here. To me, it
surprising. Yeah.
feels like he has the lowest win equity of that group because I don't know if the Yankees are going to score. Right? They only scored 2 runs tonight against Cal Quantrill. So
right. I think that is a very fair point. I also think if Cole can continue to pitch how he's pitched, that 2 runs might be enough for the Yankees.
Sure.
If that's what it is. I mean, he's allowed 5 earned runs in 5 starts so far. So I can't. I'm not going to even say anybody's wrong for ranking Joe Ryan ahead of Cole right now because Joe Ryan has been quite good.
Yeah.
I would say we've seen a lower floor on Joe Ryan this year than we have with Garrett Cole, and a lower floor on the current form of Zach Gallen. So
Sure.
I will lean Gallen, Cole, Ryan. It sounds like you would go Gallen, Ryan, Cole, but I think all 3 of them are obviously in our player pool.
Yep. Next tier down, we'll go, that 9K, upper 8K range. Hunter Brown, Graham Ashcraft, Julio Urias, Freddie Peralta, John Gray.
Yeah, so I think Hunter Brown continues to just impress. I mean, 7 scoreless innings against Tampa Bay is not easy. To just 2 hits in that game. He is very, very good at keeping the ball on the ground. He has not allowed a home run in 5 starts. Everything is a strikeout or a ground ball out for Hunter Brown. So I love Hunter Brown, 9,600. We've talked ad nauseum about San Francisco's inability at times to just make contact. I mean, yes, they are very good against righties, but they strike out more than anybody. So Hunter Brown, 9,600 is good. Probably not going to get to Graham Ashcraft. You and I talked extensively on Monday night's live stream about the strikeout upside that Luke Weaver has against San Diego. Well, Graham Ashcraft, 4 and 3 strikeouts last 3 games. Not exactly doing it for me. And he's had 3+ walks. Another thing that you brought up on the stream was San Diego walks more than anyone against righties. So I'm not going to get to Ashcraft. I know he's been good. It just feels a little.
You just don't want to put guys on base here. And our guy Luke Weaver, not off to a good start here with that. A single and a walk, first 2 batters. So
That's good.
Getting guys. Maybe he's got him right where he wants him. I don't know.
Right where he wants him.
Urias versus Philly here. $9,100.
He's been kind of shaky. I mean, he did run into Pittsburgh. He did run into the buzzsaw. That's Pittsburgh, right? Like
well, we talk about it as my computer's like freezing here.
Mine too.
Pittsburgh,
DraftKings?
Pittsburgh, good against lefties, obviously. Right. Also good in general. Cubs, top 3 ISO against left-handed pitching, right? That's his last 2 matchups, and they hit him hard. So the other thing about Urias is that they usually don't let him pitch more than 6 innings. So it's all about how you feel about Urias against Philly here. A returning Bryce Harper to the lineup, but that is a lefty versus lefty matchup. So not really the greatest split here, but Freddie Peralta in Coors at 8,800. I mean, feels like you're getting a big discount on Peralta here because of where he's pitching. But we talk all the time, Rockies' offense sucks, even when they're in Coors. So
could be interesting.
I mean, Peralta's been over 10K 3 straight starts.
Right. This is the second lowest price tag he's been.
Right.
Look, I don't hate the idea of getting to Peralta here. Usually I think we're just instantly turned off in Coors. This feels like the best pitcher we've had in Coors, though. Like, because we've had some really crappy pitchers in Coors Field so far. This feels different. So maybe I'd be okay with getting to Peralta. I mean, I prefer him to Ashcraft. Do I prefer him to Urias? Urias is, dude, a lot of home runs for Urias lately. 7 home runs in his last 4 starts. That's not great for a guy who's been pretty dominant throughout his career.
Yeah.
John Gray is a little Two, we like Arizona, but I guess if there's no Corbin Carroll, maybe John Gray could be something somewhat interesting because Corbin Carroll with that knee injury.
Yeah. Just to touch back on the Rockies at home, 17th in ISO. Their other numbers are pretty on par for playing in Coors at home for their offense, but 280 average, on base percentage there in the top 10. They're not like far and away the best team. They're only 10th in slugging. So I mean, again, this is the Rockies. Usually we see them first or second in like every offensive category at home.
Right.
Not really the case. So from their standards, they're struggling at home this year. And 17th in isolated power in Coors Field is bad.
Yeah,
right?
that's
like,
bad.
So Peralta's kind of interesting to kind of go back to that spot.
Agreed.
Other guys down in this mid-tier range? Anybody jumping out to you here?
Gray could be interesting if there's no Corbin Carroll. I am not going to Kikuchi. I know Kikuchi's been good. I understand he has. Well, hold on. Before let's look at.
I was saying Boston did throw.
They have a lot of lefties.
So.
Yeah, they have a lot of lefties. Let's look at what Boston's doing against left-handed bats. They're middle of the pack, directly dead center middle in terms of OPS. They're 14th in WOBA, so they're
fourth highest walk rate.
So Kikuchi has been pretty damn good outside of that Angels start. And usually we get bit by the home run. It did. That reared its ugly head in the Angels start, but it hasn't really bit us. The only thing we have to worry about is the Green Monster here is a scary thought for Kikuchi. Probably not going to get there. I guess you could talk me into it in tournaments. I feel similar about Tanner Houck. Disclafani, meh. What do we do with Waka, dude? It's it feels like a really good spot to get to him.
It feels like a good spot. I don't know. He's been so bad.
He has been so bad.
Like he's only had one good start actually, and of all places in Atlanta. But I mean, the Cubs, Arizona, Milwaukee, Colorado all kind of tagged him up here. So that's a no-fly zone for me. I mean, we got the Miller kid. He's 5,700 against Seattle at home. I mean, Tanner was a Bibby. He's
he is very
top
good.
40 prospect. Gets called up against Colorado, 5 2/3 and earned 8 Ks. Cal Quantrill tonight went 7+ to earn. So with more strikeouts than we usually expect from Cal Quantrill. So like, who's to say this kid can't come out here and throw a gem? So, as weird as it sounds, like pitchers against the Yankees is like a play right now. So, $6,500 for him. I have some interest here.
Yeah.
Tyler Wells too, by the way, pitching really, really well.
He's pitching really well. Nailed it. Listen, I got I didn't have any dad jokes on Monday night's live stream, so
it was a big sigh for a lot of reasons. One, the Red Sox just hit a walk-off home run, so Matt Chapman's not going to get up in the 10th. Luke Weaver's getting smashed, Soto 2 RBI double. Celtics lost to the 76ers.
Celtics lost to the James Hardens, the Philadelphia Hardens.
So there's a lot of sighing going on here for me.
Well, then the joke, then the joke really hit very well.
Yeah, hit the Wells. Kansas City hasn't been good.
They have not been hitting Wells.
Ryan Yarbrough starting?
Yeah, so he's been
Has he been
largely
their stretch guy?
He has been their he's following the opener.
Right, but he's not this time. He's actually pitching.
I guess, yeah. It seems that
he
started. So I guess he started in the Arizona game. That was his first start of the year.
I'm not going there. Him against Baltimore, but I'm just looking.
I'm not going there. Bryce Miller making his debut for Seattle. He's getting called up from Double-A. He's $4,000, John. He is $4,000. And we've talked about this before, and we've tried this before.
Had 163 strikeouts last year in 133 innings.
So things like this haven't panned out before, right? Like, just because they're $4,000 doesn't necessarily mean it's going to. And he hasn't even been good in Double-A this year.
No, but he's apparently their top pitching prospect.
He is a top 100, and by that I mean he was number 100.
He is the 100, yeah.
By Baseball America, he was 98 in Major League Baseball coming into the year. I don't know. I mean,
23 hits in 19 innings so far at Double-A.
Yeah, it's brutal. I will say there's a couple things working in his favor.
Texas League.
Well, I was going to say more so geared at Oakland. Oakland 27th in OPS against righties. We get the ballpark advantage in Oakland.
Yeah.
And Oakland striking out the 6th highest in baseball against right-handed pitching. So 25.4% strikeout rate. He's $4,000. The other Miller,
he according to MLB.com, he is their number 2 prospect in the organization, behind Harry Ford, who's their catcher in high.
I mean, look, it's like, is it something that I'm
on a 12-game slate though? You're probably getting here, right?
You could. I think you very much could. I mean, he is like we just talked. There's 3 pitchers, 10K and up that we wanted, right? We wanted Gallen, we wanted Ryan, we wanted Cole.
And 163 strikeouts over 133 innings in his second year.
Yeah.
And he made it through crazy. 3. He pitched through 3 different levels last year at the minor league level. So
yeah, it's monster.
Probably worth the shot at 4K. I mean, Christ.
So if you let's just say, and I think Gallen was if we went Gallen Miller, you have $4,500 a player.
Whatever you want, basically. We're not even at the positional players yet. We know there's value.
Yeah, and Milwaukee has a righty in course, right? So it's like
there's
going to there's
did they even bump any of the Milwaukee bats? Yeah, Rowdy's 4,800.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, Adames is $5,900. Shout out to DraftKings.
Yelich is 55.
Good. I'm happy that this is happening, John, because enough is enough with the leaving players out of the player pool and mispricing. This is good. I like this.
Yep. All right. So I think that Miller's in play for sure, just based off the price point. And I think Bibby down here as well, probably my 2 value plays. Both
Millers
Bryce
probably.
Miller, but
right?
I think both Millers could be
both
in play.
Millers.
Seattle's offense, they woke up a little bit, but hasn't been the greatest.
No, they're striking out the second most behind San Francisco against right-handed pitching. Sub 700 OPS against right-handed pitching. I think we have we had a preconceived notion that because Julio Rodriguez was going to take the next step that the whole team would, and they haven't.
Yeah.
So I would both Millers and BB. I agree.
Okay. Catcher. A lot of options. Big slate. A lot of splits that we like. Rutschman gets the lefty. Will Smith gets a lefty here. Wilson Contreras gets Sandoval, also a lefty. Let's see here. Cal Rowley's just home running off everybody anyways. I probably gets go any of the Toronto guys again, I guess.
Pretty much everyone you mentioned is someone I have interest in.
McCann at $2,700.
Do they have a lefty? They do, right? They have Yarbrough. Yeah, McCann homered the other day against a lefty too. Mm-hmm. So I like Will Smith. I think is my favorite spend up. I love using Will Smith against left-handed pitchers. Hits in 3 of 4. 2 of 3 since returning from the IL.
The old WD.
Yeah, WD 40. Still should change his number to 40, but all good. William Contreras, I think, is going to be probably the most popular, especially if you do use one of these secondary punt pitchers, one of the Millers or BB. Like, you can afford 4,600 for Contreras. I think that's fine. If you're not using Miller on Oakland, Cal Raleigh is on a good split coming off a double dong. Like, we know he has serious upside hitting from the left side. So I like Cal Raleigh. I mean, on the flip side, John, Langoliers versus the Miller that we are interested in, the double A Miller, like, all the guy does is hit for power.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that as well.
Yeah. Gabriel Moreno, if you're not a John Gray guy, 3,200.
Dude, that is the easiest plug of the every slate. Like, he has not been like amazing from a fantasy standpoint, but golly, you get 6 fantasy points plus
up
every
to 300
night.
average now. So
yeah, no, like, the production isn't terrible from like 990 OPS over his last 10. Like, he's driving and runs. I'm just saying, there has, like, the power hasn't been there. It's been mostly singles and stuff.
Actually, you want to know who we probably play tomorrow?
Whom?
Connor Wong against Kikuchi.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm okay getting to Connor Wong, and I think he's been great.
346, 890 OPS the last 10 games.
I'm just trying to figure out what Kikuchi's done so well to, like, limit this damage. Kikuchi has been really good of late. He had the one bad start. He's already 4-0. He has a ERA of 3. His xFIP 362. I mean, 26% K rate is elite. What is he doing?
97% left on base will do it for you.
Oh, that is insane.
His expected ERA is 4.73.
Yeah, he has a 40.
His FIP is 4.87.
But then xFIP is 362. So like, the expected xFIP.
Yeah. So the xFIPs with the normalized home run to fly ball, right? Because he has a 21% home run to fly ball ratio.
Yeah, it's bad. That's very bad.
He's giving up a lot of home runs, but he's also stranding 97% of the runners.
Yeah,
that he lets on. So
almost 40% fly ball rate and the 42% hard hit rate is not good.
No. So maybe it's if it wasn't for the fact that he was a lefty and the Red Sox have just a boatload of lefties in their lineup, this could be a blow up spot for him. But we'll keep that on our radar for future Kikuchi plays here. That could be. I mean, that's a high home run to fly ball ratio.
It is, and it's a good. I mean, it's a great ballpark to hit in too.
Yeah, for sure. 11K per 9 last year for Kikuchi, huh? He was dealing.
Yeah, and
they moved him to the bullpen too. It looked like 20 starts. 20 starts.
Yep, he did. But he's been pretty good this year out of the rotation.
Yeah. All right, first base.
Shohei Ohtani still first baseman, by the way.
Still first baseman. It's going to be very difficult not to play Rowdy Tellez here.
Yeah, agreed.
Against Feltner.
You, me, and the rest of the field all agree.
I know. Let's see. Let's see what Feltner's old stats are here. Ryan Feltner splits tool versus lefties. Actually doing better against lefties than righties this year.
That's surprising.
216 or a 281 WOBA against lefties. 351 WOBA, 477 slug against righties. So maybe Brian Anderson. Come on down.
And Willie Adames, the two in the split there. I would still get to Rowdy because Rowdy's splits against right-handed pitching are ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's hitting in cores as the cherry on top,
Correct.
So he's probably my favorite. I would get to Goldschmidt against Sandoval. Sandoval hasn't been the same guy this year. I would also probably get to Vladdy against Tanner Houck.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Rowdy stands above both those guys in course. But it all depends. It's 12-game slate, right? So, like, you're going to look at 12 games and say, okay, is this the slate that I can fade course?
Right. And you'll have the salary likely to get a little creative.
Depending on what you do. Like there's probably going to be people that are like, well, I would rather just spend up a pitcher and get maybe 80 points from.
We got Brandon Drury against a lefty here, 4,100.
Yep.
We're gonna have Renfroe versus a lefty. So
and we don't think much of Steven Matz. I'll tell you that.
We don't think much of Matz. I don't mind Gallo taking a shot on Gallo against Kopech.
Michael Kopech has been bad.
Yeah,
Michael Kopech has been.
He's been like average-ish.
Well, here are the numbers against Michael Kopech. 354 average for righties, 1,000 OPS against righties, 870 OPS against lefties, 460 WOBA against righties, 368 WOBA for lefties.
Yeah. Another guy where the walks are killer. Doesn't go too deep into games because of it. I like it. A tough run of games for him too. I mean, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Toronto, just go face the AL East and good luck.
Right.
Didn't work out for him. But again, Gallo's been decent. Kepler led off the other day. Could lead off here again. We love stacking Minnesota to lose money. So.
Oh, nothing like losing money on Minnesota. Nothing like it.
The old Milwaukee, Minnesota stack is going to be doing it.
Oh, great. I'm so excited.
Wonders here today.
I'm so excited.
All right, second base position here. Again, we have our guy Estrada up over 6K. At 6K. Love Thairo Estrada. A lot of power, a lot of speed. Probably not getting there. Let's see. Not going to play Rojas at 54. That seems wild. Horner up to 51 against old Trevor Williams here.
Probably can't.
Some stolen base potential for that. We mentioned Minnesota. Polanco keeps Polankin. Yeah.
Nice.
I
mean,
333, 923.
Yeah, guy's been really good hitting the middle of that lineup.
Drury's 41 though. Probably just.
That's pretty expensive for Drury lately, huh? I mean, he deserves it, but like.
It's 1,100 OPS the last 10 games.
Is this the first time all year he's been
up over 4K?
Over 4K, yeah.
He was 4K exactly last game, but yes, first time he's been over 4K.
First time over 4K.
If Tommy Edman leads off against Sandoval, I don't mind it.
Yeah, he's raking. But it is a thing where he needs to be hitting near the top of the lineup.
Yes, needs to be and for a guy that had 90 runs in back-to-back years, I don't know why he isn't their leadoff hitter. But if he's leading off, I have interest here. Second and short base, shortstop rather. Dubon, again, sure, light him up. Got Desclafani here. Merrifield had another good night tonight. He's got Houck. Let's see. Anybody further down the way? Not really for me. Anybody for you?
Yeah, Miguel Vargas against Matt Strahm. Okay. I think he's in play. Bryce Terang, if he cracks the lineup. He's been bad, but same. Owen Miller, if you'd rather go there. Righties, you said, against Ryan Feltner has been the better.
Yeah, I wonder if Miller. Yeah, I guess he's in the lineup every night. I wonder if he was playing versus lefty versus righty, but it seems like he's just out there.
Well, they're out. They're down Luis Urias and Garrett Mitchell and Tyrone Taylor. So they're just like forced to mix and match guys right now. So Miller, Terang are both okay punts, and same with Vargas.
Yep. If Kevin Biggio is in the lineup, would you play Kevin Biggio?
That sounded like a game show type of question. Like it should have been like, who wants to be at the end of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I mean, I want to be a millionaire. So
it's more so a joke for between you and I and those who listen religiously here. But did have a double tonight, so
Well, you must have been thinking about him because he only does that when you're talking about him.
Let's see here. Nick Gordon. Nope, he still sucks.
Tell us how you really feel, John.
Hey, that's not me. I'm just reading his numbers, man.
Holy.
All right, let's go on over to third base, or our favorite position, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Always loaded.
Yep.
Generally, no Braves on this slate, unfortunately. No Austin Riley. You got Devers versus lefty, but as we say all the time, Nobody will play Devers versus lefty, but the man can hit left-handed pitching. He's not a problem doing that.
Yeah, and Kikuchi, and just to throw a little sprinkles on the cupcake there, John.
Yeah.
For all those like
Are
sprinkles.
you a rainbow sprinkles or a chocolate Jimmy's fan?
No sprinkles.
Okay.
No sprinkles. 888 OPS, 376 WOBA, lefties off of Yusei Kikuchi. You say those are some pretty good numbers. I say that's pretty good. That's right. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Rafael Devers over 0-for-7 against Yusei Kikuchi.
0-for-7 though. 0-for-7 his career against Yusei Kikuchi. All right. After I can shake that one off.
No, I nailed that one. You can't even. You can't take anything away from me there. I nailed it.
Not taking it away from you at all. Chapman again, even though he broke my soul tonight with the walk. I'm not going to play Rojas. Machado walked in his first at bat tonight. I haven't even checked in on that game. 2-0. He was able to manage his way out of that with limited.
Yeah, he bobbed and weaved his way.
Don't dare.
We are rolling right now, John. We are rolling.
You are gross. You are gross. Mauricio Dubon, by the way, an RBI double because he just keeps on hitting.
3 for 3. 3 for 3. Or 3 for 4.
Why even bring Altuve back when
Agreed.
Mauricio Dubon?
Trade him.
I mean,
trade him.
You know what? Dubon doesn't need buckets to hit. We know that. So
I was going to say, someone needs to bang the drum here. Let's just trade Altuve, you know?
I got it. All right.
We're off the rails, guys. Off the rails.
Arenado's down to $4,700 against Sandoval. I know he's been
trash,
iffy.
He's been really bad.
119 average his last 10. And he's actually been hitting righties better than lefties, but still $4,700 there. Bregman's down to 45. Brian Anderson's 41, that righty spot that we discussed.
Yep. And Brian Anderson has been the only split he's hitting this year has been righties. I'm going to pull it up. He is not hitting lefties at all. Let's look. All right. Brian Anderson against righties. How many home runs does he have? 5. He has 4 of the 5 against right-handed pitching, 280 average, 365 WOBA. So if he's hitting 280 against righties and he's hitting 255 in the year, imagine what he's doing against lefties. He's doing all of his damage against right-handed pitching.
Yeah. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that spot here.
Nope.
Can't go to Jung this time because of Gallon.
Urshela back to third base, dude. If we were able to track how many different positions he played on DraftKings, we'd already be at 10 by this year. Chris Taylor, interesting, 3,300. I feel like he has now fallen into like only viable against lefties.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I don't really see much else down here though.
I would.
If Moustakas is in the lineup, maybe?
No, the Moose is not on the loose.
280 average last 10. You shut your mouth.
Yeah, he's okay. Fine. Well, I'll give you. I don't know when you were on your away on your bachelor party, I mentioned to Howard. I asked him if the Moose was on the loose, and I said it's obligatory because John asked me that every single time we have the Rockies in Coors.
And what did he say?
He just died laughing. I don't even know if he answered the question. He just, I don't think.
Is the Moose on the loose?
I think, and then he just laughed, and I think we just moved on from there. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yes, the Moose had a 3-hit game 2 games ago, so let's give him a break.
You know what? If he's in the lineup, I mean, it's in Coors. Like it's fine.
All right. Shortstop position here, unless you got anybody else.
No.
All right. Adames, $5,900.
I mean, the price is insane, but he does nothing but match righties, and he's in Coors. So I would get there.
Can he see though without the backdrop? Does he bring the backdrop with him? Do you think?
That would be cool. I mean, you bring your backdrop everywhere you go. Every time I've ever seen you, it's been Fantasy Alarm in your backdrop. So.
Just to hammer home your point about how bad he is against lefties. 154 average, 269 slug, 580 OPS against lefties. Against righties, 270, 487, 850. Yeah, guy just cannot hit a left-handed pitch to save his life.
It's been like that for like that's not like new either. Like that's just like what has happened.
The home numbers though home road's also very clear. 294, 510 slug, 890 OPS, 184, 347, 664 on the road. So you're just really hoping that the righty splits come through and then Coors Field helps him turn into Miller Park. So
yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Do we have a career split in Coors? No. Let's see here. Splits. Going too granular here? Maybe.
Probably. Especially considering he spent his first
ballpark
X amount of years in the
all right, well, it's fine. In Coors Field, 300, 923, 600 OPS. Sorry, 923 OPS, 600 slug in Coors.
Okay. So, that's even better.
That will play. That will play. 6 doubles and a homer in 7 career games.
Pretty good.
Yep, pretty good.
That's the other park you can see in.
Pretty good. Yeah. All right. Xander against Hashcraft at 56. I like. I don't really care for Turner or Betts, but I mean, Bo Bichette had 5 hits tonight.
He's with a home run and a stolen base.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Where was that last year when I took him like 3rd overall in season? Came in August when it didn't matter anymore.
He has been very good lately. 3rd home run in his last 5 games. 3rd multi-hit game over his last 5. And he finally is on the board in terms of stolen bases. Like, he, to me, feels like Marcus Semien to you. Like, just insane stretch of baseball, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Would you rather play Willy Adames in Coors or Jorge Mateo against anybody?
The latter. I mean, the latter. It's not even just the speed, though, right?
He's got 3 homers in the last 5 games.
It's not even just the speed anymore. This is the prospect that the Yankees.
He's the best player in baseball.
I mean, now that Ronald Acuña's hurt, yeah. I mean, by elimination, the process of elimination. 347,
667 slug. Are you Barry Bonds? What's happening here? 6 homers, 10 stolen bases against lefties. 364, 636, 1053.
Hitting 7th.
No, they had to move him up. They're like, what are we doing?
They hit him 6th. Yeah.
What's his ISO?
It's 5,000 maybe.
Yeah, over 5,000.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Let's see here. Advanced stats. What's your ISO?
Because Yarborough is not a great
319 ISO, dude. Like,
sheesh.
That is.
What do we got for Yarborough? Looking up the Yarborough splits here. Righty's hitting 292 against them. And we know the thing about Mateo is that even if he gets on and there's a lefty on the mound, and usually it's a little trepidatious using people against like stolen base starts against lefties. He does not care. He does not discriminate righty or lefty. He will steal on you no matter what. Anybody like where else after Mateo are you looking?
I don't know. I got caught up looking at the Barry Bonds ice. The year he broke the home run record, he had a 536 ISO by himself.
You're just trying to compare Barry Bonds to. You're just really hammering home that Jorge Mateo might be the reincarnation.
Jorge Mateo had a higher ISO this year than Barry Bonds had his final 2 seasons. So Barry Bonds' career ISO average 309. So he's got 319.
On the way. He's on the way.
Anyways, yeah. Who else do I like? Pena, 46.
You know who the Angels?
Volpe's up to 44. What?
Yeah, we're off the Volpe train, but we're on to another rookie. We're on to another rookie.
Are we playing NATO here? 27.
You saw he's back. They're leading him off.
Yeah, they keep flopping.
But if because he started hitting. If he's gonna keep hitting, 333 over his last 10 games. The one game where he goes over, he steals a base. Like,
you know who's been really good?
Whom? I know.
Paul DeJong,
I don't want to talk about it.
348,000 OPS.
The thing is, like, dude, he really does this every single time he gets called up, where he is really good upon getting called up, and then he goes into this funk. He's already started it. No hits in his last 5 strikeouts in his last 7 at bats.
Yeah, but who pitched for the Dodgers those games? Do we know?
Who cares? It's like that's the Paul DeJong experience. Like, that is what happened. So
you're out. I know you're out. It's just funny that he's still raking.
Like, if you want to do it, it's fine. It's fine.
Let's see here.
I don't think there's any punts, but like, because NATO 27 felt pretty good.
Yeah, NATO 27's it. He's it. I would agree with you. I'm not going to play Christian Arroyo.
No.
Abrams will hit 9th against Winniski, but not interested. All right, let's go on to the outfield here. See if we can find some actual Barry Bonds. Otani and Trout, top 2 outfilders because Judge is on the IL.
Yep.
Tatis is 62. Jordan against Descafani is nice, but we played that tonight. It's not really doing us anything. Actually,
he has a walk and a run scored.
Yeah, what happened? 7? They're up 7.
They have a lot of singles. No, it's singles and walks, John. Singles and walks.
They intentionally walked Kyle Tucker. Of course they did.
Yep.
They walked. They go on this big run inning here, and our 2 guys, Jordan and Tucker, both walked.
Yeah, that's good. It's not good.
At least they just scored, I guess. They got walks and scores in this inning.
And
it's not good. I need more fantasy points. Blake Snell's pumpkin popped. He's giving up earned runs now.
So. Well, you know what? We told everyone to play Luke Weaver. So
Fairchild with the 2-run double there. So, anyways, back to this slate. I like Jordan at 61, Tucker at 58. Fine. Yep. I'll go back to the well. Where's Harper? What's Harper at? Harper's 51?
51. Yeah, it's tough.
Probably not.
I was going to ask, my question to you is, what do you make of Yelich 55? That feels like a really, really, really hard pass for me.
Oh, yeah, he's not very good.
55 is so expensive.
I don't know why they still hit him up the top of their line. I mean, I get it because they don't have anybody else, but he's not.
What's the option?
He's not a 2-hitter.
I just don't know what the other I don't know where. Who do you lead off? Like, who's their option? They had Garrett Mitchell. He's out for the year. Jesse Winker can't hit. Luis Urias maybe when he comes back. Joey Weimer, if he ever continues to hit, he's really fast. Like, he could lead off. But
where's Omar Narvaez at? Where's our guy?
True, he is not on this team.
I forgot Michael Brantley was still in baseball. He's just been on the IL all year.
Yep.
He'll play some first base, Michael Brantley. So much for Jose Abreu.
John, Ian Happ homered again on Monday, and we know Trevor Williams struggles mightily with lefties.
Yeah, I like Happ 51. I don't like 51, but I like Happ.
Yeah.
Renfro's 49. Castellanos at 48. Even though Castellanos feels a little.
I like the Renfro. So I guess we haven't talked many Angels, but Steven Matz has been pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, the top 2 guys are expensive. We mentioned Drury, and then it's Renfro. I guess the next guy we would look at would be Ward at 43.
He's been really bad. Rendon has some pretty good BVP, if you want to believe in it. Do you want to talk BVP?
Yeah.
10 for 31 with 4 bombs.
I mean, he's been better. No power, though.
Brandon Drury has some good numbers.
Yeah.
I know that
we were there anyway, so.
Hunter Renfroe against lefties this year, 360 average, 418 WOBA. Steven Matz, 960 OPS, 416 WOBA against right-handed bats.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say that's a decent stat line.
A little Renfroe Drury mini stack there.
Yeah, they hit near each other in the lineup, so that also helps. Kalanick gets the other Miller that we're not pitching.
Yep.
$4,300 there. Let's see.
Or I would play Santander at the same price too. He's been good against lefties.
Yeah,
He only hits.
Yeah, you mentioned Santander. Austin Hayes is $4,100. He hit lefties really well last year. He's hitting 312 with
He
4
leads off
homers.
too. I think he'll with him back in the lineup. They hit Mullins back down like 7th. I think they're going to lead Hayes off again.
I like Hayes here.
Same.
Let's see.
You know what?
Cody Bellinger today,
dude. Cody Bellinger in general.
The return of the MVP.
Dude, I told you
today against a lefty.
John, I told you I like this Cubs team. I didn't expect to like it because Cody Bellinger was a part of it.
Bellinger comeback door?
He has been awesome.
Yeah.
He's been awesome. Lefties against Trevor Williams is a real thing for the last.
I'm hitting the button. I'm hitting it.
Okay.
You're on Cody.
Yep, I agreed. You know what
mean,
else we're probably gonna hit the button for?
Brent Rooker.
We're about to say both say it. Yeah. Brent Rooker. I mean,
but we're pitching the Seattle kid. So
no, I know. I'm just also pointing out that we found Brent Rooker first.
I mean, we were on Brent Rooker very early on.
Probably before his parents, honestly. Probably before.
The A's didn't even know they're on the roster. This random guy just kept on walking up and hitting cleanup for them. And they're like, they do this every year. They just find a guy that hits 30 home runs. Last year it was
Seth Brown.
Seth Brown, yeah, Seth Brown. Yeah, they just find a random guy that'll hit them 30 home runs on their lineup, and Rooker's that guy this year. So Lamonte Wade just went yard.
Shocker, he hits a home run every night.
I mean, you were not wrong.
He has hit a home run in 4 straight games, I think. Or he has 4 home runs in 3 games.
And I picked him up in our fantasy league the other day just because they were playing in Mexico. So Smart John strikes again.
All right, Smart John. Who's favorite under 4K?
Favorite under 4K. If Kepler leads off, I'm interested. Let's see here. Yeah, Winker does kind of suck, but
no. He you don't have to kind of. He's been so bad. It's a pretty bleak position.
When does Tyler Naquin get called up? Huh?
Yeah, this casual 3 for 4 in his last game at AAA or what?
Yeah. Pavin Smith's $3,400.
Ooh, wait. This is nice. A little outfield eligibility for Pavin Smith here.
Yeah. Because Christian Walker is their first baseman. So.
Yeah.
Let's see here. A story, if we're not going the middle that we are going.
Yeah.
If we're not. Rengifo outfield eligibility now.
Yeah, it's been so bad though. I keep trying to force the Rengifo thing into.
You know who's going to hit third for Boston tomorrow? Is Ruff Snyder.
That's a tough sell. I know he's going to hit third, but
he's going to hit third for them.
I would probably play Joey Weimer down here, 2,800.
The way Jaron Duran's hitting, if they might not take him out of the lineup, and you mentioned the splits for Kikuchi against lefties.
That probably plays for Verdugo too and Yoshida, right? Just the whole Boston outfield.
I mean, probably one of them may DH, I guess.
Well, I'm just thinking because, I mean, you kind of can say the same thing about all of them. They've all just kind of been good. I'm trying to see. Yoshida 7 for 24, 292 against lefties. Verdugo 10 for 39. So Yoshida's been better. Maybe Verdugo gets a day off. But he also just homered, hit a walk-off home run on Monday. Yeah. It's do you take Verdugo out of the lineup after a walk-off?
I mean, Ruff Snyder may be the odd man. I mean, at this point, the way Duran's hitting, you're paying Verdugo and Yoshida too much.
Yes.
So it would be Duran would be the sit, or one of them is DHing.
Yeah.
So, but your outfield for Boston tomorrow is 3 lefties then against a lefty starter. So I don't know.
I guess it depends on the analytics. If they have the Joe Girardi binder present, then they'll know that Kikuchi's been worse against lefties this year.
Does Taylor Trammell make the lineup here? Trammell, activated and homered his first game. $2,200.
Don't make me play this
$2,500?
guy, dude. This guy has been prospect that just strikes out all the time.
He gets hurt a lot.
He does get hurt a lot.
But he homered in his first game, 22.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything at this point is better than AJ Pollock, so probably. There's not a lot under 3K. I will say that he's probably the best that we've found under 3K because I don't see much of anything else.
No, I just keep scrolling down and I'm not finding.
Nick Prado's a good hitter for Kansas City. I think he provides them decent depth in their lineup. He was good last year for them. I'm okay getting to and we talked about it. Tyler's been pitching wells, but I'm okay going some KC. They do have pretty good lefty bats. Pasquantino, Prado, Melendez. These kids are all pretty good. So sure. We know Witt and Salvi obviously have upside. So I don't hate Prado. I don't think you need to do it, but he's a person that's here.
Yeah.
I'm just struggling to find anyone down here.
No, I agree. I mean, listen, Lamonte Wade is $3,400. So, I mean, he is now homered in 4 of the last 5 games.
We might not need to play him, just given you hit Bellinger and we have a gajillion dollars left, but he is definitely an option.
Okay. Well, let's build the line then. Catcher position. Okay. I got Gallen and Miller already in.
Yep.
We got Bellinger in the outfield. So let's build now. Catcher spot.
So I think if we're gonna pay up, it's probably William Contreras. If we're not,
you like William Contreras or WD for 400 more?
Yeah, WD homered on Monday too. I kind of like William Contreras a bit here.
It was the better split. Righties against Feltner were the better matchup for him.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
Okay. He's going to be uber chalk. Smith is probably the contrarian play.
Yeah, I'm okay getting to either. Let's see Strom has just been good missing bats this year. And WD-40. Dude, so Matt Strom, righty's hitting 134 with a 480 OPS and a 222 WOBA. Maybe I take everything back with what I said about anybody facing Matt Strom.
Okay.
Those are elite numbers. Lefty's hitting 214 with a 430.
We know those strikeouts are pretty legit.
Yeah. That's scary. It's scary to target, kind of.
Let's see. Anything underlying here for him?
It's that's
not really. 2.31 ERA, expected ERA 2.90, a FIP of 2.70, an xFIP of 3.16, 12.3 K per 9. Yeah, everything here looks pretty legit. The batting average in balls in play is 213. That's pretty low. But almost a 40% ground ball rate's pretty elite.
Hard hit rate is a little scary, 41% hard hit rate, but he's striking out 32% of the batters he's facing. So 36%, sorry.
Yeah. All right. I'll go Contreras here. That's fine. First base. I mentioned Tellez, probably the chalky play. I liked Gallo here. You like Goldschmidt?
I don't want. You could also play Lamonte Wade here at first. I don't know if that's we're handicapping ourselves.
I'd rather wait and see if we need Wade first
in the outfield. Yeah. I think it's probably the first 2 guys you mentioned between Rowdy and Gallo, because Kopech has been really bad. Rowdy obviously gets the course split.
All right, we'll just. Do you want to go chalk? If we're going chalk, we just play course. We're playing Adames, obviously.
I think that we can kind of get maybe a little different with our secondary stack, but I do feel pretty good about the Brewers. numbers here.
All right, so we got Tellez, Contreras, and Adames then for Milwaukee.
We got almost 4,200. That's so crazy because we're using this Miller kid.
I know. Second base.
So we could still play Twins. We're just not gonna have.
Well, Drury's
Gallo.
We're gonna do Drury.
Here, Drury. Yeah. And do you want to do the Drury Renfroe mini stack?
Yeah.
Did that feel good? Like that felt. I mean, Renfroe's been a.
Yeah. That just
been a dog.
So 38.50 for a third base and an outfielder, kind of sending us to Lamonte Wade.
Depending on what third baseman depending on the third baseman we use.
It's true. Did we
go
have a value third baseman?
Well, Brian Anderson 41. That puts us on Lamonte Wade.
That sounds gorgeous.
That's the 4-pack Brewer. Pretty much
we're just running the home run upside for Lamonte Wade right here.
I mean, it's scary because Hunter Brown has been so good and has not given up a home run this year. So, like, that's obviously something we should. Let's look to see if there's. I mean, he is, dude. He is just.
There's definitely more outfielders we can play. 3,600.
Yeah, I think we should just maybe. Possibly. Witt is 36.
Yeah. Let's see.
Pavin Smith, you mentioned Trevor Larnach.
Duran, if you think he's in the lineup.
Wade might have the most upside, to be honest, just given my man is just.
Well, let me ask you. Would you go down from Wilson Contreras since we're playing Tellez, Adames, and Anderson?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sold on Contreras. We could play literally.
Is Kyber better from the righty or the lefty side? Do you know?
Yeah, I think he's better from the right side, but I'll confirm.
Because he's 29, and then Gabriel Moreno is 32.
What does Moreno get us if we use Moreno?
5K outfielder, which we can do. Where's Hap? Hap was 51. All right, if we can get Kyber.
So Kyber hitting 313 with a 363 WOBA against
righties.
Yeah, and Hayden Wesneski, who I feel like we've targeted a lot and has not panned out for us.
No, it hasn't. I agree.
308 average against lefties, 980 OPS, 417.
Right. Well, that gets us Ian Happ and Cody Bellinger.
I like it. I really like it.
So that's our lineup here, ladies and gentlemen, for our first look podcast live stream here for the Tuesday 12 gamer. Howard Bender is going to be on your playbook if you're not yet a member of the Fantasy Alarm family. FantasyAlarm.com/all-pro. You see the scroll down at the bottom for those who are watching. If you're listening, FantasyAlarm.com/all-pro. Promo code MLB50 saves you 50% off the first 6 months. And we've now included a 7-day free trial. Can't beat free, James. No reason not to give us a try. You can check out the playbook, get in our premium Discord, all that fun stuff there, and start winning with the family. That is $19.98 for the first 6 months. Take you right through that first month of the NFL season. You get access to all of our DFS content. So no better time than now. Become part of the family over at Fantasy Alarm and download the free Better Sports Network app. You get all the on-demand and BetterCast content over there as well. One final time here, our lineup: Zach Gallen. We got the rookie here, Bryce Miller from Seattle, Kyber Ruiz, Roddy Tellez, Brandon Drury, Brian Anderson, Willie Adames, Cody Bellinger, Hunter Renfroe, Ian Happ. James and I will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern time to break down the rest of the slate and answer your questions. Good luck, everybody. We'll talk to you all later.